can be used for the device. Sony's prepared just some animations to just give you a basic idea of some of the technology behind the projector. And as you can see, as we work through the software, the projector, the demonstration, you're gonna start thinking about, I'm a designer, or I'm a composer, and that's why we're here. Sony wants to talk to you and hear your opinion and your feedback on what industry you think this would be perfect for. But just one of the small things that this will do, and I wouldn't call it small by any chance, but you're going to be able to place any book on the table, and at that moment it's going to identify all of the illustrations on the book and all the text. So when that happens, you're going to be able to touch the illustrations and animate the illustrations, which is fantastic. I mean, it's going to blow the doors off the gaming community. You can also grab the images and move them across the table, which is another gaming aspect that's going to be fantastic. Another thing that I really enjoy about this is that you're going to be able to outline sentences and phrases. So at that point, we're thinking, oh, maybe this device would be fantastic for an educational purpose. Another cool thing is that you can put basically any item on the table, and it's going to recognize and highlight that object, and you're going to be able to interact with several different objects on the table. So you just take this ordinary deck of cards, and here it is, and it's interacting with the object. And now one of the most important technology behind this device here is that if you've ever worked with a projector, you know how easily they go off of focus. Well, this, if you notice that it's focusing in on everything on the table, and it's also focusing in on the pad itself. So at this point, we're focusing in on several different images on several different planes. This is technology that is not anywhere else. It's the only place you're going to find it is under this Sony tent we're all under, burning up actually. But let's just get back to the basics of, let's switch screens and kind of give you a basic idea of what's going on here. The laser diode is it's a tracking device, and it's identifying everything on the table. It's going to give you the depth and the object identification, which is basically the shape of the item. So you can place it there, and it automatically gives you the depth. But another important aspect of this device is that it also gives you a drawing ability. So you can work with up to 8 fingers at a time drawing on the board. So
that could be 4 people with 2 fingers each.
4 people, 2 fingers, or 8 people, 1 finger, however you want to do it. At this point now we're thinking, I'm a designer, and I'm thinking, oh wow, this is going to be fantastic for collaboration. You have all these people, working towards one design element. So they're all going to have their fingers on the table. And this device is highly programmable, and as you can tell, it's very small. It's all compact into one small device. We've been talking to the designers about possibly making it even smaller, and at that point, maybe at one point it'll become a portable device and be able to work on several different locations, maybe remote locations. But the software is there's no cap of what kind of software it's going to run on. It's very exciting technology, and if you place your finger here, it'll also give you the direction and angle and axis of what your finger is pointing at. So if I lift my palm off the table, it gives you the degree of the angle. It's very exciting. And also, one important part about this is that it has the ability to interact with the camera on without even touching the camera. So in my opinion, now we have touchscreen. Well, at this point, we're creating several different working spaces on a depth and gesture recognition. So, for all you germaphobes out there, now you don't even have to touch the screen. So, it's also important technology. So,
can you draw on the book?
On the book, yeah.
Any surface.
Any surface becomes a working space. even this deck of cards I can put here, and it identifies it, and this becomes a working space at all. And I also had another couple interesting questions on whether it works on anything other than a white table. Well, yes, it does. About the only thing it doesn't like is the glass or reflective. So, you know, it's a laser diode. But now it's identified my wallet, and at that point, this becomes a working space as well. So it works flawlessly with just about any colors, even almost a black surface. So,
You want to try your finger?
yeah, absolutely. What's happening is it's recognizing this shape, and if you move your hand a little bit closer to the table, you'll notice that we've got 4 fingers on the board right now, and now here's 5. So it's a fantastic technology. And the reason we have it here at South by Southwest is because Sony wants to talk to you. They want to hear your opinions and your feedback on what industry and is going to work what industry is going to work best for this device. So they have an email registration up there. If you register with an email, you'll be able to chat with the Sony design team, and they're also having a party tonight. So it would also give you a great opportunity to speak with the designers and the engineers. So we want to hear your feedback. So
It's what recognizes.
yeah, it's and if you'd imagine, it's a projector, so it's projecting down on a flat surface. So it wants to see your hand at a flat rate. So the more you lift your hand up like this, the harder it's going to be for it to recognize. So if you keep it flatter on the table, then it works flawlessly.
Does it currently work with any text or any kind of what you put?
That's a very good question. Very good question. At the moment, the device isn't on the market yet. For this particular.
It is that people work with it.
But as soon as it becomes available to the public, more and more books will become registered for the device. So basically, this book is the only thing that's registered for the device. So. Do you have a question?
Yeah, could it like recognize your writing and like capture it and
Yes.
put it into a
Yes.
document?
It's highly programmable, so that's why we're here. They want to talk to you. They want to get your opinions on what you think it should do. I mean, I talked to some artists that want to be able to put their sketch pad on the table itself, and they want to be able to make drawings on the table or on the pad, and then the projector recognize it and take an image, save the image, and then you can open up to the same page and then shoot that image onto the pad. So if you're an artist, you work in layers, just like painting. You paint one layer and then it's just layered on top of layer. So that's another software opportunity.